Hey folks, I'm back to talk a little bit about what the church has been up to lately and what we will be doing in the near future. But first I want to tell you what I did this morning. I went and voted. You can vote early in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts this week. Here in Natick, you just go to the town hall and you can just set yourself right up. It's up on the second floor and beat the lines. And what's coming up for this Sunday, is we're going to talk a little bit about democracy. The Congregationalist tradition is often referred to as being a democratic faith, which just means that we vote on all kinds of things. And we have, going way back, our roots in the Puritan tradition, where these sorts of meetings actually help to give birth to what we here in New England call town meeting. So it's a big part of what we do. A reminder also that the Unitarian Universalist Association of Congregations and the United Church of Christ are both part of this congregational tradition. So it is something that we at Eliot Church are deeply steeped in. Now, we vote, of course, like I said, on everything. And one of the things we vote on is the Old Town Calendar competition, which we just had last Sunday, where we actually vote on pictures for next year's Old Town Calendar. The calendar is a major project of the Eliot Church, and we've been doing it for a long time and always have a good time, and this year was no different. We also, over in the corner, some of you, when you were there, may have noticed that the Dungeons and Dragons Club met, and we had a great game as well. I'm not sure we voted in that, but, it was still fun and still quite collaborative. So we'll be talking about democracy on Sunday. Democracy has hit some pretty rough patches lately. The morale is not high when it comes to thinking about voting as a way to have the society that we wish for and that we desire. And coming from a tradition such as ours, where voting is a big part of what we do, it's something we need to take seriously, these criticisms. And think about how we can get back, at least for ourselves, to the root of that process. So I have a reading, and the reading is from Walt Whitman, actually, and it's a poem called The Ship of Democracy, and I really like it, so you get to hear it. Sail, sail thy best, ship of democracy. Of value is thy freight. 'Tis not the present only, the past is also stored in thee. Thou holdest not the venture of thyself alone, not of the western continent alone. Earth's resume entire floats on thy keel, O ship, is steadied by thy spars. With thee, time voyages in trust. The antecedent nations sink or swim with thee. With all their ancient struggles, martyrs, heroes, epics, wars, thou bearest the other continents. Theirs as much as thine the destination, port triumphant. Steer then, with good strong hand and wary eye, O helmsman, thou carriest great companions. So I hope to see you this Sunday when we think a little bit about the future of society, of our nation, the future of our church and other democratic institutions, and how democracy will play into that future, into how we determine the direction we take from this moment going forward. Frankly, I think there's a lot to think about when it comes to voting and our participation, not just in voting, but in other ways, which I think democracy encourages. So I hope to see you, and before then, of course, you know how to get in touch. So we'll talk later.